Hey everybody, it's Vicky with Dementia with Grace. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing great. Today we're talking about self-care. Actually, we're talking about extreme self-care. I think that people get so caught up in taking care of their person with dementia, and it is such a heavy load that they forget about taking care of themselves. I have a ratio that I believe in, and I want to talk about that today, and just talk about the fact that I want to give you permission to take care of you, to take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself and you come down with an illness, stress related or otherwise, who is going to take care of your person? I think, you've got to carve out time for yourself. I say an hour a day a month, and a week a year. That is what I say. Completely time away. And an hour a day trips some people up, and they say, I can't find an hour a day. I don't have an hour a day. You don't have to take 1 hour at a time. You can take 10 minutes 6 times a day, 15 minutes 4 times a day, 30 minutes twice a day, something like that, because you need time off from caregiving. And I do believe that you can find it. Other people have said, I cannot find it. Other people said, oh yeah, you can find it. You just have to rest on purpose. You have to plan it just like you plan anything else in your day. It is very, very important, that you find that time that you just can unplug. And you may have to get up earlier in the morning. You may have to stay up later at night, after your person goes to bed or before they get up in the morning, just to have a little bit of that quiet time, and then do whatever it is that fuels you, whether that is meditation or yoga or sitting and reading or doing a little bit of sewing or handiwork, watching something on Netflix, something that you enjoy, but something that you set up. Do something every day just for you that does not involve caregiving. And then a day a month, you may have to schedule that. You may have to have another family member come in and give you that kind of time. You may have to hire a sitter to come in and give you that kind of time, but you can find it. And then a week a year, the same thing. Now, to take a week off, you can find respite care in certain facilities, in assisted livings, and in skilled nursing facilities, nursing homes. A lot of them now have respite programs, and you just need to call around in your area and see. If you have family members that are not shouldering any responsibility, you are absolutely within your right to call and say, hey, we need a week off from mama, we need a week off from daddy, it's time for y'all to step up and give us that week off. I just believe in sharing the burden. Now, to do that, you have to give up control. That's the other thing. Sometimes people are like, I can't leave my person with somebody. Nobody else knows how to do what I do for him. Nobody else understands how to communicate with him, all of that kind of thing. And I understand that. I absolutely understand that. I'm the kind of person who says, I need help with the housework, but that's not the way you fold the towels. Right? So I'm a control freak too. I understand. But you need that time off to recharge your batteries. If you've never had that time off, you will be amazed at what that will do for your caregiving, just to take these little bits of time off for yourself. The other thing that I must absolutely stress is that there will come an end to your caregiving. At some point, your person will pass away, and you will no longer be responsible for caregiving for someone in this situation. And you need to know who you are at the end of that journey. You need to have hobbies. You need to have shows that you watch. You need to have outlets that energize you and fuel you. All of those kind of things. And if you go ahead and have that set up, the transition from being a full-time caregiver to all of a sudden not having any caregiving to do, that transition will be smoother. So there's lots of reasons why I believe in self-care and in extreme self-care. I do self-care. You know that I have a seizure disorder, and I have now a heart disease problem, and I have lots of fatigue and all of those kind of things, and so that I have to build my business around my health. And I used to feel so guilty, absolutely guilty about that. But now I know that to be able to give my best when I feel good, I have to practice extreme self-care. I have to nap. If I feel like my energy is low, I give myself permission to nap. If I, feel like that I have made an appointment or a plan that I've put into place, and I am feeling seisurey, I have to reschedule those things. It is part of my routine now to practice extreme self-care because I have to. I only have so much energy to give. I only have so much endurance, or I will get sick. And so I know how to do this. But I also know the guilty feelings that come along with it. So I am with you. I understand, what you might be feeling, and what guilt and frustration and all happens around you taking the time to self-care. But I also understand how vitally important it is for not only your physical health, but your mental health. So today was self-care. That's another thing in your toolkit. And we'll talk about one more thing tomorrow. It'll be a surprise. And then we'll be through with this series. Next week, we're talking about what remains, the soul of the person, and the actual, ADLs and things like that, activities of daily living, the actual things that still remain in the stages and the things that they can do for themselves, and how every stage has things that are lost, but things that remain. And we're going to talk about all that remains. Okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all in the next video. I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. Please do. And I will see you soon. Love you. Bye. Mwah.